we have a major problem of these bodies which are managing water system, and especially WAWASCO. All the water projects which are maintained by WAWASCO, Mr. Speaker, are not working properly. Mr. Speaker, when you look at the amount of water which is pumped and the amount of water which is paid, Mr. Speaker, it is not consistent. We pump a lot of water, but what brings revenue to those to the company is actually less than a quarter. And at the end of the day, you find that the company is not able to collect revenue that can be able to maintain the systems. And as a result, you find that all the pumps, the systems in our water sources are not working because of that. The company is not able to pay water bills. You have heard what Honorable Mateso has said. The company has a water bill of around 8 million Kenya Power, to pay Kenya Power. That is electricity bill. In Kilala, we had the same problem. There was a bill of 700, which has not been paid. And we have also realized that, for example, if Moani has an electricity bill of like $1 million, my water lines can be, all my pumps can be cut by Kenya Power because of a bill which is in another area or another project. So these are things which needs to be streamlined by this company so that we can be able to have water to our people. Water is life. When we have a town in Wote where there is no supply of water, how do we expect investors to come and invest their money in Wote? This is our headquarter, county headquarter, and it is a shame that our county headquarter does not have water. Therefore, it is necessary we call the body which is entrusted with these water projects to maintain, to manage these water projects. We call them here, Mr. Speaker. If you allow, they need to come here and explain to us what is the problem. Because we cannot continue having our headquarter, which we are proud of, not having water, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, it is good that a message is sent to this body that they have to pull up their socks. We need to have water. We don't want to hear our systems are not working. The people who have been employed, the technical people who have been employed, if they are not able to maintain our systems, why are they there? They are paid because of that water. If they are paid and they cannot be able to maintain our systems, then they don't need to be there. It is a high time we get people who are serious, people who can be able to maintain our systems so that our people do not suffer because of lack of water supply in our towns. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want also once again to say thank you to Honorable Mateso for raising this issue, and we need to take it a notch higher because we must get water to Wote. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Carthons Ward, Honorable Meredith Maneno.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I'm among the 8 members who accompanied Honorable Mateso to do an impromptu oversight on the water shortage in Wote town. Honorable Speaker, what I can say in a nutshell is that the gaps that we have identified, and Honorable Speaker, if you allow, you will allow the committee, or rather the members that went and did that oversight, to come up with a report that with findings and observations, including the recommendations, so that this report can be shared among all the members and also to His Excellency, our Governor. Honorable Speaker, His Excellency Governor Mutula Kilonzo Jr. is very committed in serving the people of Makueni and delivering water to them. And we have seen this through the partners that he has onboarded on this sector. Honorable Speaker, it is very embarrassing to see an organization like WASCO cannot afford a master meter of 120,000 shillings. A company that is generating revenue from water, a company that the Department of Water and His Excellency, the Governor, is putting a lot of resources in it, but they can't afford, Honorable Speaker, they can't afford a master meter just to measure the amount of water that is going to the people. And this is, according to me, Mr. Speaker, this is loss of revenue. We are losing revenue. It's like they don't know how much water is going to the people. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, what I can ask and urge His Excellency the Governor not to tolerate this kind of people, this kind of incompetence in his department. Honorable Speaker, while I am making my contribution, I've realized that we don't have quorum. I also plead with you whether it is in order to continue debating on this motion when the assembly is not well constituted. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Marano, do you require a quorum to discuss the lack of water in water? You don't. You just to discuss as it is. Proceed. Proceed.
Okay.
You're finished.
Well, Honorable Speaker, thank you.
Fair enough. Any other member to contribute on this matter? Honorable Jen Kitunga.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity.
Honorable Janet Kitunga, you are ranking member serving for the third term. You can't be seen from where you are seated. I direct that you approach the dispatch table. The dispatch table.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for this honor. Mr. Speaker, I support what Honorable Mateso is following up, and I would say that the shortage of water in Wote is a crisis, Mr. Speaker, and as you said, it is a matter of count importance. Mr. Speaker, as a mother, a woman and a leader, it is very easy for me to mobilize people from this area because of this crisis. Mr. Speaker, as you all know, women have different sanitary cases, different from men. We cannot stay without water, Mr. Speaker. And as a resident of this town, I am so stressed up. I don't want to imagine how I fared over Christmas time when all my grandchildren visited me and their mothers. And Mr. Speaker, there was no water. I was forced to order water through a water mbuza, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is 12 years down the line since devolution started. It is a shame, a very big shame, to have no water in this county. Mr. Speaker, it is my right to get adequate and clean water. And more so, Mr. Speaker, it's a fundamental need to me. So what does it mean if there is no water in this county? How about, because this is the center of this county, how about the peripheries, Mr. Speaker? What are we telling our people? Mr. Speaker, if we don't have water, health is affected. Our health is affected. Our education is affected because children have to move from one place to another to fetch water rather than doing studies. Mothers have to suffer, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I would say that we are supposed to know the root causes of this water shortage in this county, and more so in Wote, which is the headquarters of this county. What is affecting what? Mr. Speaker, when I was doing my international diploma in transformational development, I learned that before you solve a problem, get to know the root cause of that problem. And if you don't get the root cause, you will be talking about one thing day in, day out. Honorable members, let us not play ostrich. This is a very urgent matter which we need to address. And if Owasco cannot sustain itself, there is no need of this water company. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Abana Swambua, you've come at the right time when members were contributing about scarcity of water in Watertown. Member for Emali Mulala Ward has said that for those who are in water, you must have a contact for a dengue vendor. In case there is no water, you order. And he indicated that a project that was launched recently, funded by USAID, there is no water. A group of members of County Assembly have visited Kaiti River, Kamunyolo. They have found that this morning there is a big problem. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. Since this is the headquarters of our county government and the headquarters of our people for this region, the scarcity of water must be an issue. So, well, we should be very serious on this. The Department for Water has a lot of money. We have also have groups and also organizations in support since the devolution started in 2013. Mr. Speaker, to my knowledge, I understand one time you served as the Minister for Department of Water, and you did a lot. So we need to tighten up and also support the department, and also we bring the Minister for that particular department to this honorable house under your leadership. Before we used to have a whole house committee whereby you led as the chair, and I remember very well, we used to grill those ECMs from the executive, and we used to see very good work. The mutual understanding and also the kind of the relationship between this honorable house, Mr. Speaker, and the executive, I understand the outcry outside is all over, and we should also be very serious on this. And any kind of relationship, Mr. Speaker, I think now the county government and the executive, they have done their best. They have settled enough, so we need to push them. So when we go all over and you listen to our people, you find, Honorable Speaker, that our people are really complaining, particularly the Department of Water and also the Health Department. So these are two sensitive departments. And I know there's a lot of money for those two departments. So for the county headquarters, we should have plenty of water. So I support honorable members, I support the chair for that committee, and I support this honorable house to focus on that and to bring that particular ECM and also the chief officer and the entire department. And if the relationship of us being the majority party is Wiper Party, Mr. Speaker, we are going to push them. We cannot afford to allow our people of Makueni to suffer, and particularly the headquarters. If the headquarters where there is the governor and there is the executive and there is the honorable speaker and we are facing problem, it means the people who are living in Mukurulo, people who are living in those remote areas, it means they have suffered. So, Mr. Speaker, I totally support this honorable house, and I support the members, and I support this honorable house to make sure that we have prosecuted these groups of our executive members who have become jokers and who are joking all over. I wish the media team were here when I'm also communicating on this, that if our governor is here, our governor and the deputy governor are the manifesto of our party, Wiper Party, we cannot allow our people to be pushovers all through, to be pushed so that they can work for our people. So, Mr. Speaker, having our mayor and also the area MCA and a senior ranking member, one Mheshimiwa Mateso, Mr. Speaker, we need to be very serious also to protect our electorates who elected our senior member and our senior ranking member, one Mheshimiwa Mateso from this particular ward. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say, much I will also contribute, as the members have contributed, but we are going to be very serious, particularly this 2025-2026, because we are approaching the election and our people have not worked. If they want to live the Casanova way, they will do it elsewhere, not within our county. We used to push Governor Kibwana, we used to push executive, and we used to see good work done. So if it is about our relationship within our party, that one is over. Now let us push our people to work for our people and for the people of Makueni, starting with this county headquarters. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order, honorable members. That brings us to the end of business today. To our visitors, we wish you well, a nice study in the County Assembly of Makueni. The chance surgery terms, I will direct that you allow the pupils to access and have a feel of this chamber immediately after this. Time now being 16:00 hours. This House stands adjourned until tomorrow, 26th of February, year 2025 at 14:30 hours.